Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Listen with Stories. Take a slow breath in and breathe out. Today, we tell the story of a man who could have been the richest doctor in history. He had the cure. He had the power. He had the moment. And he gave it all away. This is the story of Jonas Salk, the man who stopped one of the most frightening diseases in the world and asked for nothing in return. If this is your first time here, welcome. This channel is for English learners who want to improve their listening through real, powerful stories told slowly and clearly. Please subscribe so you never miss a story. A new one comes every week. Now, let us begin. Imagine a summer morning in the 1940s. Children are playing outside, but their mothers are watching from the windows, afraid. Every summer, the fear came back. It was called polio. Polio was a disease that attacked the nerves. It could arrive without warning. One day, a child was running and laughing. The next day, that child could not move their legs. Sometimes the lungs stopped working. Some children died. Many were paralyzed for life. There was no cure. There was no vaccine. There was nothing. Parents kept their children away from swimming pools, from playgrounds, from other children. Hospitals built large metal machines called iron lungs. These machines breathed for patients who could not breathe alone. Rows of children lay inside these machines, month after month. The disease did not stop. Every summer, it came back stronger. In 1952, America recorded nearly 58,000 cases of polio in a single year. It was the worst outbreak in history. People were terrified. And then, one quiet scientist began to work. Jonas Salk was born on the 28th of October, 1914, in New York City. His family was poor. His parents had come from Eastern Europe. They had no education themselves, but they had one dream for their son, that he would study. Jonas was different from other children. He was serious. He was curious. He read everything he could find. At the age of 13, he entered the City College of New York. He was very young, but he was ready. He studied medicine, not because he wanted to be rich. He studied because he wanted to understand. He wanted to help. In medical school, something important happened. One of his professors told the class that you could get immunity from a virus in two ways. One way, you got infected by a living virus. Your body fought it and became immune. The second way, you were injected with a dead virus. Your body still learned to fight it without getting sick. Most scientists believed only living viruses could make vaccines that worked. Jonas Salk was not sure. He had a different idea. He kept that idea in his mind. After his training, Jonas Salk began working at the University of Pittsburgh. He was given a small laboratory. He did not have much money. He did not have a large team, but he had patience. He began studying polio, slowly, carefully. First, he needed to understand how many types of polio virus existed. This took years, just counting and classifying viruses. Then, he worked on growing the virus in large amounts. This was difficult and dangerous. Then, he began experimenting with killed virus, a dead version of the polio virus. The idea was simple. If he could inject a dead virus into the body, The body would learn to recognize it as an enemy. It would build defenses. Then, if the real virus ever came, the body would be ready. But the work was slow. He tested on animals. He checked results. He changed the formula. He tested again. His team worked long hours. Some nights, they did not go home. People outside the laboratory were desperate for good news. But Jonas did not rush. He believed that a vaccine that was not safe was worse than no vaccine at all. By 1954, Jonas Salk believed his vaccine was ready. But first, it needed a test. A real test. The largest medical trial in history. Nearly 2 million children across America participated. They were called the Polio pioneers. Some children received the vaccine. Some received a simple injection of water, a placebo. Doctors and nurses worked across the country. Schools participated. Parents signed papers and said, "Yes, you can test this on my child." They trusted him. Jonas Salk also vaccinated himself. He vaccinated his wife. He vaccinated his 3 sons. He believed in his work. On the 12th of April, 1955, the results were announced. The vaccine worked. It was safe. It was effective. It reduced polio cases dramatically. The announcement was made on a Tuesday morning at the University of Michigan. Across America, people wept. Church bells rang. Schools closed so children could celebrate. Strangers hugged each other in the streets. Jonas Salk became the most famous doctor in the world overnight. That same day, a reporter asked Jonas Salk a simple question. Who owns the patent for this vaccine? Jonas Salk paused. Then he looked at the reporter and said something the world did not expect. Well, the people, I would say. There is no patent. Could you patent the sun? He did not patent his vaccine. He gave it freely to the world. No company owned it. No one controlled the price. Any laboratory could make it. Any country could use it. Scientists later estimated that if Jonas Salk had patented his vaccine, he could have earned approximately $7 billion. He chose nothing. Instead, he watched as millions of doses were made and sent around the world. Polio rates dropped by 90% in just a few years. Children who would have been paralyzed could now run. Children who would have died could now live. My friends, you have just listened to a powerful story. And you listened in English. That is something to be proud of. If you understood most of this story, your level is B1 or B2. You are doing well. Keep going. Every time you listen, your brain becomes more comfortable with English sounds, English rhythm, and English words. You do not need to understand every word. Just keep listening. Jonas Salk did not give up when his work was difficult. You must not give up either. Listen again if you want. Write down new words. Practice saying them out loud. This is how you grow. Jonas Salk spent the rest of his life at the Salk Institute in California, a beautiful research center he built to give scientists a free place to think and discover. He continued working on vaccines until his final years. He never became a billionaire, but he became something rarer. He became a man the world trusted. He believed that knowledge belongs to everyone. He believed that the purpose of science is to serve humanity, not to profit from it. And because of him, a generation of children grew up running, laughing, and free. Thank you for listening today, my friends. If this story moved you, please leave a comment below. Tell me, what do you think of a man who gives away $7 billion? And if you want to hear part 2, the later life of Jonas Salk and his final quest to find a cure for HIV, let me know in the comments. Until next time, listen slowly, learn deeply, and stay curious.